All right, so Road Hawg update.
Yeah, next episode. Engine's gone, transmission's out, soon to be gone. Cab is unbolted
And move back, which I did earlier. You guys saw in the previous video, but we're about ready to pull the cab
off, and then we'll be setting this cab and the other cab on. I'm pulling the wheels. These wheels and tires are gonna go. So I've got a full set of 19.5 aluminum Alcoa wheels and tires from a 450, 550 that I'm gonna put on here. But I gotta wait. These are 8 lug, so I'm waiting for adapters to adapt the 8 lug to the 10 lug. Yeah, and then it's starting to try to fit parts and pieces up. So the next thing will be pulling the cab off of
the COE cab off the frame out there and looking at fitting it in here. We'll see. So there's a quick 1 minute spiel. Glare, but anyway, yeah. So for suspension, steering, we'll see how the steering works out. The steering's on the inside on this, but I think the frame's wider.
the steering on the COE's on the outside. But I'm hoping to use this steering.
I'll obviously have to do new motor mounts and such because I'm not putting a diesel back in this. I took a 6.0 liter diesel out, and I'm going to put a V8, probably a 351, with hopefully a 5-speed transmission behind it. But I haven't picked that up yet. I do have, that's not true, I do have a 351 right here. But you can see it's a little rough. It's a lot rough. It's out of an 80s or 90s F-150, I think. But I don't know anything about it, and as I said, I think it's pretty rough. So, but EFI, I also have a C4 transmission down here on the floor, hidden behind some of this other stuff that's got to go. The doors left of the ambulance, those have got to go. But that's my there's my update. So keeping the fuel cell, see if I can't use that. Nice big fuel cell for a truck. That's perfect under the bed. That'd be great. We'll see how it fits. What do I got to do to adapt that little neck and such? Obviously I gotta make space for the 2 cabs and then the bed. But still have to pull that exhaust out. I'm not going to use it. And I'm thinking this has got a relatively new rear end. You see it's got new leafs on there. And I guess they rebuilt the axle when they put the leafs in there, so that's all new. So I plan on using that for now, but I may upgrade that all to air suspension. I'm looking at some airbags right now. And it's supposed to be a bolt-on plug-and-play. Bolts in place of the leaf spring, I think up here, and then runs bags back and bolts in right there on the frame. But that's a big chunk of change, and I'm not quite ready to spend that kind of money. This has all been on the cheap. So far, chassis, both axles, fuel tank, that's gonna end up being a freebie because I sold the engine and front end of this thing for about what I paid for the whole thing as salvage. So that's awesome. Yeah, so there you go. There's a quick 5 minutes. On to the next episode.